You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is going on, and welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I'm your host, dini-mussolini, and right now there's over 30,000 of you guys on our phone lines, in the chat room, using Google, Hangout, Skype, all the plugins that I use to run these live episodes. You guys are filling them up, and I appreciate that greatly. It is prime time, baby! And we have a very special guest, so you definitely want to stick around for that. Appreciate the challenges. Accomplishment requires effort, and effort requires resistance. Without challenges and obstacles standing in your way, it would be impossible to achieve anything. If there was nothing to impede you, everything worth doing would have already been done. And where would be the joy in a world such as that? Success is a process, not a static state. If you're making headway against the obstacles, you are successful. The greater the challenges, the greater the potential for fulfillment. The persistence and effort which go into any accomplishment serve to distinguish and substantiate it. The longer and more you work on something, the more securely it is yours. Appreciate the challenges. They make success meaningful and possible. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline, or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we ever aired.
Well, guys, today we have an artist representing Tampa, Florida. And who knows that hard work does pay off, even if it takes a few years. Artist Michelle-pella has seen a rising wave of followers and increasing support for her music. Tonight we'll play her single Take a Walk With Me and discuss it in great lengths, and which we'll also be playing it later tonight. So guys, with that, let's welcome Michelle to our show. Hello, you're now live in the mix with all of us. How's it going?
Hi, thank you guys for inviting me to the show. Glad to be on tonight. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, just excited about what's to come. And like you said, hard work is definitely something that we have to put in to make that happen. So I'm thankful to, have this opportunity to discuss that right now.
Most definitely. So, Michelle, do you believe that artists can do this without the music industry in this day and age?
Yes, of course. And I believe that, if you want to make it happen, it's possible. I also think that it's a powerhouse, and that's an extensible, if you want to take the music career to another level. So,
okay. So,
okay, perfect.
Yeah, what other musical aspirations do you have?
Well, I do. I look forward, to working, with other artists and collaborating with other musicians and writers, who inspired me in the music industry. And I think that would be a good thing for me. I see that as something that I can do ahead of, going forward in the future. So that's something that I'm excited about.
Yeah. And let's talk about that, like inspirations and aspirations. Like, rewind it a little bit and take us back to how you got started in music.
Well, I always loved music, since I was a little girl, listening to the radio stations, the systems that were playing, and, it just became a part of my life through my mother and my grandmother, listening to music, and then, I was drawn to singing, and then eventually became, a writer, so.
Okay. It's dope. How far down the road are you looking these days? Any thoughts to what lies beyond for what might be like the next move for you?
Definitely. I see a lot of good things taking place, but more so right now I'm focusing on my craft and creating, great music that's relatable. And, that's something that's in the works. So I'm very, happy about that as well.
Yeah. What do you think is the most important thing that you can do for yourself over the course of the next 2 years?
Well, again, most importantly, create great music and to where it's, universal, where anyone could listen to it and, build relationships, with the music community, both independent and, major, names and artists, and those, again, who inspired me to become a writer and a singer and, just a combination of that. So just getting my name out there and building good relationships and, exploring, the music
And music sometimes can tell the story of like real life experiences, perspectives, so and so forth. So when people hear your music, what is it that you want them to take away or remembering from what they heard?
Well, most importantly, I want people to believe in themselves, and I want them to be fearless. I want them to love their hardest, and I want them to know that, they were born to create just as well as I was born to create, and to love each other and to just pursue their dreams. I want it to be real. So.
Most definitely. Okay. Every year there are so many new artists coming out. I won't say it's difficult, to get noticed, but sometimes the sea can get a little crowded, But have you noticed this to be a breezy process for you, or is it kind of difficult navigating around the, sea of other talented artists that are coming out and putting out projects and singles all at the same time that you are?
Well, I try to focus more so on, what I'm doing and not on everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then just building, from that point on, and, enjoying the process. So, you can't focus on what everyone else is doing. It's good to, that you may be a part of that, a part of that wave, a part of that, of that great thing happening. But it's also important to, remember, hey, you have to focus on yourself as well. That way you get the best out of what you put into it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And lyrically speaking, what is important for you to include in your songs?
Well, I think it's important to include dimension, in your song and your music, because, a lot of times, like, my music that I write, my lyrics, it may not rhyme, it may not, rhyme line after line, but the objective is what's important, and I want that to appeal to my fans. I want them to, be able to, maybe even close their eyes and just, have that visual of what I'm trying to say, how I'm trying to feel, my emotions, what I'm through to, for that objective of the song. So that's important to have the mix.
Yeah. So as a songwriter, what appeals to you most? Do you have to hear music first, or can you write a song without music and then kind of match the melodies and what they call the BPM, stuff like that?
Well, and particularly, pretty much the beat comes to my mind majority of the times. There's very few songs or beats that I write to unless they just come across somehow. But mostly all the music that I create is original music, so it's created around the melody and the lyrics. So after the melody comes to me, I can write the lyrics, and then I can create the original music around that. So it's just like building that song.
Right. Is the building process difficult? I mean, we have a lot of listeners who are who want to be singers and rappers, musicians, and they don't know quite where to start. And kind of could use pointers. So let them know how the building process of a song actually is, like from your experience.
Well, from my experience, I've received beats, or I've received melodies, or I've sat with people and we work together on this melody. So it's not an easy process. It is a process, and I would say it takes a lot of patience and a lot of development through it. So if you have a melody, and you like the melody, just stick to the melody, practice that melody, and then whatever you may be writing about, maybe something experience or something fictional, something real, whatever it is that you're trying to work on, just make sure that it comes together. And that's the part of the process of being patient and giving yourself time to allow it to come together. You just don't want to throw anything out there just because it sounds good. It may sound good, but it may not be, it may not sound good to everyone, So it's practicing and developing your craft, And if you believe in what you're doing, just stay with it, and then it's gonna grow from there.
Yeah. Speaking about your single, Take a Walk With Me, is there a favorite sound that came out on that song that you resonate? I know, like, I have very favorite parts of different songs. What's your favorite part of that song?
Well, I have to say, for Take a Walk With Me, that's my baby. So the bass is the heart of the song, and it kicks very well alongside of the guitar strings, and they're just married perfectly together. So it flows pretty well, and it gives off a plethora of good vibes. It's just a lovable one. It's a really lovable one, and I really like that about it.
Yeah. And I'm sensing like a very careful but hard work ethic for you. How would you describe it?
Wow. For Take a Walk With Me, I have to say, surprisingly, it took 2 years to develop this song into the final cut that I needed it to be. Mm-hmm. And, it came together, and I had the right ingredients, and, I believe I'm making it, a classic original. So it's something that, nice. It took time, and I think I also put that in the part of the song where things can take time. It does. Across the board, things take time. So you have to really, like I said, believe in it, let it develop, and let it grow and take a life of its own. And I think that's what I did with Take a Walk With Me. It's a very beautiful song.
Most definitely. I have to agree there. It is a beautiful piece of song. How important is the music to you that you make personally?
It's vital. It's very vital now. It's imperative. I put my all into the art that I wanted to be felt that way. To deliver the best way that I could. So that's why I put my time into it. But it's very important to me.
Yeah. Do you have any other talents and hobbies besides music? Like, if you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
Well, actually, with music, I also write. So I'm a creative writer. So,
good.
Eventually down the road, I will be able to put out a nice product, for that. So I love to read. I love to, walk. I love to run. I love to listen to other music. It's a combination of that. Just writing and music and songwriting. So
yeah,
I love to do that.
Most definitely. And Take a Walk With Me is your baby. What separates it from the rest of the music out there in mainstream, or even in underground?
Well, I would say that you pretty much could listen to it, anywhere. You can, however you feel, wherever you are, it will get the job done. And I think that's what makes it very unique and universal, because anyone from any walk of life could just listen to it and they're like, oh wow, I like it, So it's such a cool song. It has a good vibe, and that's what I wanted it to be. And I wanted to be. That's how I wanted to create it.
All right, guys, are y'all ready for some music? Because I am. We have Michelle-pella with her song Take a Walk With Me. We'll be right back.
Your day, yeah. Just pick a place we can go, somewhere we can have fun. Just wear something casual. When I'm around you, I get so comfortable. No pressure, let's take our time. Just take my hand, let's go. Take a walk with me, we can go somewhere. Coffee house nearby, we can hit the beach. We can take a ride, we can catch a flight. We can go wherever you like. Take a walk with me, we can go somewhere. Coffee house nearby, we can hit the beach. We can take a ride, we can catch a flight. We can go wherever you like. I know it's real, and I light up when I'm with you. I know how I feel, and the feeling's mutual. This really took some time, and you're not the usual. What I know is this experience, I'm filled with bliss, yeah, yeah. Take a walk with me, we can go somewhere. Coffee house nearby, we can hit the beach. We can take a ride, we can catch a flight. We can go wherever you like. Take a walk with me, we can go somewhere. Coffee house nearby, we can hit the beach. We can take a ride, we can catch a flight. We can go wherever you like, wherever you like, wherever you like. We can go wherever you like, wherever you like, wherever you like. This is beautiful, this is lovely, oh, this is wonderful. This love, our love, this is beautiful. This is lovely, oh, this is wonderful. This love, our love. Take a walk with me, we can go somewhere. Coffee house nearby, we can hit the beach. We can take a ride, we can catch a flight. We can go wherever you like. Take a walk with me, we can go somewhere. Coffee house nearby, we can hit the beach. We can take a ride, we can catch a flight. We can go wherever you like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can go and take a walk with me, yeah. Oh.
All right, and we are back again. That was Michelle-pella with her song, Take a Walk With Me. Dope record. Very dope. Now I want to take a walk. I mean, wow. And I think the night is really gorgeous tonight. I don't know about where you are, but it's pretty gorgeous here. Nice breeze. It's summer. I mean, man, nice time for a walk. And nice time to play this song while you're walking, you know, with that special someone. So, can you see it? It has no form, no shape or color. You could walk right past it every day and not even notice it. Far too many people do just that. It is rarely obvious, yet once you see it, it is nearly impossible to ignore. It has no voice, yet it can implore even the most powerful person to act on its behalf. Though it has no weight, it can achieve a momentum which is impossible to stop. It holds no direct value of its own, yet it is at the heart of nearly everything of value. When you see it, it will change your thinking and motivate your actions. When you know and understand it, you'll find it difficult to deny. It will bring every good thing you could ever imagine, but only with your active help and involvement. It is possibility. Do you see it? When you do, it is yours. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But for right now, let's bring back the woman of the moment. Michelle, you're back live with us. Awesome song.
Thank you.
Most definitely. So, last question for you. How are you defining, what success means to you, and what will help you or help to ensure that you get there?
Well, again, just staying focused on, my dream of, creating good music and continuing to develop my craft. As it has been said before in times past, we all are, we're all our students, of life. So, we're always going to, learn new things and incorporate new things to our art and to our craft. So that's what I try to strive to do, day to day. So again, I'm excited about that. I think that's the focus. So.
Yeah. right, Michelle. Well, I wish you much success in the future and for the rest of 2019. Any performances coming up?
Yes, all of that is in the works, and we'll be putting out more as it's confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So soon. And the listeners, they can follow me on Twitter at @_Michelle-pella, and also on Instagram at michelle-pella.
All right. Thank you so much. And guys, just in case you need those links, I have them in the description of this episode. Well, have a great night, Michelle. Talk to you soon.
You too. Thanks for having me. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the #1 rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable, because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace, and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.only1mediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.